that out there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Activate Tuesday Zoom. We are talking all about AXIO this evening. So welcome. If you are a guest hopping on this Zoom, thank the person that invited you because they truly do care about you, to want you to learn this information. We're going to talk about AXIO, and my name is Suzie Benjamin. I am an executive consultant in LifeVantage. I have Erin Beck on with me as well. She's a nurse practitioner in Grand Forks, North Dakota. And I have my brother, Dr. John Jelinek. He is a chiropractor in Grafton, North Dakota. And the three of us are going to share a little bit with you tonight about our stories with AXIO, how it works well in our businesses, as well as how we like drinking AXIO, how it works for our families, and what you can expect by drinking AXIO as well. So if you like AXIO, if you've taken AXIO, please put a 1 in the chat. We want to hear from you. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. Let's see. There we go. Can everybody see that okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. Perfect. So you guys, AXIO is probably one of my most favorite things ever. And I will say that because, like this slide says, it says, say hello to the other 90% of your brain. AXIO is a clean energy drink designed to wake up your brain without the crash. It has replaced my coffee intake altogether. I do not drink coffee anymore. And it is just such an incredible product. You guys, this AXIO is perfect for busy minds, squirrel brains. Does anybody have a squirrel brain out there? Mom brains, and anybody who wants to feel sharper, happier, and just in control. And this is me. I like to drink AXIO cold. This is me sampling one of our limited time flavors that we only had access to at our last convention. It was called Tiger's Blood AXIO. So there may be some people on here who have access to Tiger's Blood AXIO. You can certainly ask the person who invited you to tune in this evening if they have Tiger's Blood AXIO that they can maybe share a little bit with you. It was such a yummy flavor. It was a watermelon strawberry coconut flavor. So good. So I had a chance to try that at our last convention. But then I also love drinking AXIO warm. So if you've not drank AXIO warm before, I drink it warm like tea in the evenings. It is delicious. But a little bit about me. I'm going to go back here. I am a mom of 5. I'm married to Al. And my activation story actually got started about 8 years ago, 7.5 years ago. And Al is a big part of my activation story. So I'm going to share a little bit about him. He is a Navy veteran, and he served over 4 deployments in a short period of time. And he, again, is the reason that I started activating my body. My brother, John, who's on the Zoom, I thank God for him every day because he did not stop just sharing with Al and I the benefits of activation. And so Al, after his time in the Navy, he suffered from a lot of a lot of mental stressors. And one of the first products that he started on was AXIO. And he started that as well as our Protandim Nerve 2, our flagship synergizer, Nerve 2 synergizer, which reduces oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And so he got started with Protandim Nerve 2 and our AXIO drink. And you guys, before those products, it was like walking on eggshells around my husband. He was irritable. He had low energy, poor moods. It was hard for him to play with the kids, just hard to get along with him in general sometimes. And it was about 6 weeks later, after he decided to start activating his body, that he came home from work. And mind you, he had just started a new job. We had just moved our family to a different state. We had 3 kids at the time. And he came home from work and he said, "Hey, how can I help you around the house today?" And I looked at him, and I always get chills when I say this, you guys, because that was not him. He would not ask me those questions. So the fact that he, number one, asked me that question, that was a sign for me that it was I started to see subtle changes in him. He had soon he had more energy. He was less irritable. He was in a better mood. He was playing with our kids again. He was a better dad and a better husband. And that was life-changing for him, for our family. And so I thank God for my brother, not only for, he kept sharing this with us until my husband decided he was ready to try it. But not only for my brother, but also just, I thank God every day that my husband decided to try it, and he has had, again, life-changing results from it. AXIO was one of the keys for him as he got started. So here is AXIO. AXIO, like I mentioned, is a brain performance product that gives you long-lasting energy without the crash from sugary beverages and snacks. So AXIO the ingredients in AXIO, and I'll go over a little bit of those. They were chosen to ignite long-lasting power, heightened concentration, sharper focus without the stressful jitters often experienced by some energy supplements out there. My favorite flavors of AXIO, we have so many wonderful flavors, and this gets me pumped up to share with you. Lemonade. Lemonade is one of our new permanent flavors. It's absolutely delicious, especially for summertime. I love strawberry splash as well as red raspberry. In fact, I'm drinking red raspberry right now. It is a decaf flavor, so it's perfect for in the evening. And I will share with you, as a busy mom of 5, bedtime can be stressful, especially with little kids. Our kids range in age from 2 all the way up to 16. So our little kids, ages 2, 6, and 8, they don't want to go to bed when they're told to go to bed, especially in the summer. And why is it that the people who want to go to bed, right, the parents, have to put the people to bed who don't want to go to bed? It's just not fair. But if I drink a decaf AXIO, we have decaf red raspberry, we have decaf purple grape. We also have a new decaf peach nectarine. It's so delicious. If I drink one of those in the evening, I am so much more happy and I am calm during bedtime. And that makes a world of difference. You guys, my kids drink this before school. I have 2 older kids who are 16 and 14. They drink it before school. My daughter, Natalie, loves to mix green grape AXIO with orange sparkling water, and she found that it tastes just like Mountain Dew. So it's a Mountain Dew hack for all of those pop drinkers out there. If you're looking for something better for you, cleaner to give you that energy, try that mix. So many other great mixes out there, and I'm going to share one other one with you as well. I also make popsicles with AXIO, so I'll mix AXIO, and I do this with decaf or regular, mostly decaf for my kids, but I will mix decaf red raspberry AXIO with our daily wellness drink. And our daily wellness drink is a daily drink that you can drink to boost your immune system. And so in the winter, or even when my kids have fevers, and popsicles help cool them down. I want to make sure that I'm giving them something, though, to put in their body that's clean, that's going to give them focus, that's going to cool them down, but also boost their immune system. And so when I make popsicles, my go-to is decaf red raspberry AXIO and daily wellness. And so I just feel like those are such great ideas to share with you, to use with AXIO, with this drink. So AXIO, what it is when you take AXIO, you are making brain messengers and energy. So it's activating your mental clarity and focus, powering your brain and body. It's supporting your positive mood. Like I said, I'm a happy mom at bedtime. So ditching the energy drinks, ditching the commercial energy drinks like Monsters, and drinking AXIO instead is definitely key. So a couple of the ingredients that are in, I'm going to go through these very quickly. One ingredient that I don't have listed is DMAE. If someone could write that in the chat for me, DMAE. I don't have that listed, but it's one of the biggest ingredients in AXIO. The other ingredients that I won't mention are niacin, that I don't have a slide for, are niacin, vitamin B6, vitamin B12. So we have good B vitamins that are AXIO, and magnesium. I have that here, but DMAE, it is known to support the production of acetylcholine, you guys. And that is a key neurotransmitter involved in learning, memory, and focus. And this helps our brain tune in instead of zone out. It reduces brain fog. This was huge for my husband when he came home. It was like the lights had turned on again in his body. And as we get older, those lights start dimming, right? So we want to flip the switch in our body and turn back on those lights, reduce that brain fog. DMAE also supports long-term cognitive health, and it has a cumulative effect. So it works better as you keep taking. Another ingredient that I have here up on the slide is the green tea extract, and that provides a natural energy boost, powers your brain without overwhelming, combats fatigue and brain fog, enhances our ability to focus deeply and perform calmly, and supports long-term health with clean plant-based antioxidants. Magnesium, I mentioned it briefly. That is another ingredient that supports our normal nervous system function, supports normal brain function, and normal healthy energy metabolism. It amplifies energy by fueling ATP production, calms and focuses by modulating neurotransmitters, manages stress by balancing cortisol and mood chemicals. Who doesn't need that? Supports physical well-being. We have L-theanine. This is one of my favorites. It's a calming ingredient. It helps promote healthier, sustained energy without the overstimulation and alertness, without the jitters. It improves sleep quality. I actually feel like when I take decaf AXIO in the evening, I sleep better, you guys. Enhance mental clarity and focus, cardiovascular support, neuroprotection, immune support. This one is great for athletes. Quercetin. It is known for its antioxidant function. It helps to boost cellular protection. It helps to reduce oxidative stress, aka inflammation in the brain, promotes neuroprotection, supports mitochondrial function, helping cells produce energy more efficiently, helps body bounce back faster from physical or mental stress, helpful for managing brain fog or stress-related tension, and supports immune function. Again, stay resilient under stress. And the last one I'm going to mention here is pine bark extract, and that's helps to support optimal mental performance, supporting cognitive function again and mental clarity, improves blood flow to the brain, you guys, which can enhance memory, focus, and overall mental performance. It may reduce mental fatigue, making it ideal for boosting productivity and attention span. You guys, look at this picture on the left. This is me, and this is how I feel as a mom trying to prioritize my day without AXIO. And then after AXIO, this is me walking in a straight line. It's the difference between squirrel brain and not squirrel brain, right? I'm able to focus and pay attention to detail. And I mentioned AXIO popsicles. This is something that, a lot of kids love the freezies that you can buy in the plastic tubes. You can actually buy plastic tubes that are empty online, and you can fill them with AXIO too. So that's another way that you can avoid those commercial freezies out there with the excess sugar and make your own AXIO popsicles instead. This is another recipe that I have for a popular pink drink that you can buy at a national or I guess international coffee chain out there. When you mix 12 to 16 ounces of water, 1 packet of Strawberry Splash LifeVantage AXIO, half a cup of coconut milk, and you top it with ice and freeze-dried strawberries, it is absolutely delicious. So you have to try that one. And next, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Erin Beck. Mrs. Erin Beck is a nurse practitioner in dermatology. She lives in Grand Forks, North Dakota. She's a wife to John, mom to 4 kiddos, and she's going to share a little bit more about how she loves AXIO. So Erin, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Suzie. Thank you everyone for being on. I just got done golfing, so I'm sitting in my car in the parking lot. And of course, I was drinking AXIO. Peach is my favorite. And so I'll just talk a little bit about how AXIO has worked well for my life. So I am someone that is obsessed with coffee. I feel like it's kind of like my support system rather than gives me caffeine. It's just like something I need with my kids and with my job and everything. I just love coffee. And so I typically, you guys, before probably 10 o'clock, I would have 3 cups of coffee. And that is kind of crazy, but that's what I needed to function. Now, working in dermatology, I do a lot of fine motor skills. So it's probably not the best that I'm doing biopsies, removing moles, things of that nature when I have that much caffeine in me, because what happens when you have a lot of caffeine, right? You get the jitters, you get kind of shaky. I almost would get almost like a gut rut. But it was something that my body had built up a tolerance to. So the more I would drink of coffee, the more I would need, right? And so even in the afternoon, I'd feel that slump after lunchtime. I would need another coffee. And so AXIO has been a blessing for me because I have my 1 cup of coffee in the morning that I like, and then the rest of the day it's AXIO that's been replaced. I don't have jitters, I don't have crash. I feel a more nice, calm energy. And so looking here at coffee versus AXIO, obviously I still enjoy coffee, but I've incorporated so much more AXIO. It's like less than $2 per serving, right? And how much if you go to the coffee shop, some of the big ones out there, you're going to spend like sometimes $7 to $8 for a drink. And if you're doing that daily, that can be a very expensive habit. This is a nice, clean product, only 15 calories in it. I am someone who does not drink a lot of water. And so this has been really, really good for me because water can just be somewhat boring. And so I love to add a little bit of flavor in there. I was never a big pop drinker, but I like to mix it with like bubbly water to add a little fizz. So this has just been great for me from a jitters and being able to function a lot better. You can go to the next one, Suzie. Thank you. So here are some photos, the next two, and this basically shows penmanship. And this is so cool to me. All of these products with LifeVantage, I just love how they're so reputable. They have studies, like they have proof behind it. This is not just testimonials, right? But if you look, this is penmanship of a child. And so there was brain mapping by a neuroscientist on the AXIO looking at attention deficit, right? And so you can see the handwriting before, without AXIO, and then pre-AXIO with NRF2 as well. And I can attribute that into even my work life. I feel like in life, we are busy and we are getting busier as the years go on. We have so many screens up. That's what I call it, like in your phone. My kids get mad at me when I have too many screens up and they're like, Mom, swipe these up. But I feel like sometimes our brain has too many screens, so many screens that we try to focus on all of them at once. And so AXIO has helped me be able to focus on one screen at a time, on one task at a time. I have nice, calm energy. I feel like I can focus. Even the decaf. So I drink a lot of the decaf, the peach, and I get really good energy without it. I sleep really good at night. And again, I just feel just like a nice, calm energy. I'm someone who loves to do long distance running. I love fitness. And so this has been like super awesome for me with fitness and working out. The other thing I want to add is I love in my business to do vendor shows. And AXIO, working in dermatology, I'm obsessed with the collagen, but AXIO is always a favorite. And I've had people come up that have had brain injuries, that have had PTSD, post-military, that have said the AXIO is the only thing that helps them function in their job and be able to focus with what they're going through. So this is much more than an energy drink. This is really just going to improve your health and definitely encourage everyone to try it. I will introduce now Dr. John Jelinek to come on and speak more about the AXIO.
All right. Thanks, Erin. Hi, everybody. AXIO is my favorite product, by far my favorite. I have 1 to 2 of these, sometimes 3, every single day. Winter months in North Dakota, I will even put half a stick of AXIO in a warm cup of water, just like a tea, and I'll have it at night. But this is by far one of my favorite things. And who doesn't want good energy, right? Suzie was talking a little bit about the neurotransmitters in the brain that this targets. And, just think of that when you have conversations with people. This is the easiest one for me to share in my office Because when I come in and I'm having small talk with some of my patients, or even people on the street, what are you doing with them? You're saying, well, how are you? Right? We do that with everybody to make small talk. And sometimes if people are truthful, they'll say, oh, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm, this and that. And what a good segue into talking about AXIO, right? I do this every single day in my practice, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see some of this because I have my screen blurred. But let me see if I can unblur it real quick. All right, can you see this, everybody? So these are little baggies I make up in my office. And so I take a bunch of the Axios, I put 5 in a little bag like this, and I sell them for about $12.50 on the shelf so people can try a bunch of them. Right in front of me, I'm actually in my office waiting room. I have a machine that is one of those machines that, for those of you that go to conventions, you get those AXIO machines. I have that on a shelf where I mix a caffeinated and decaf AXIO and let my patients sample them as well. So in an in-office setting, I do that for instead of giving them coffee or other drinks, they can try AXIO and then they can see if they like it and they share it from there. But when you think about this and you start talking about the neurotransmitters, right? I always think that if you have energy in the brain and you get rid of that brain fog, your body gets the energy from your brain. So that's where, I almost hate to call it energy drinks, but it's true. You're giving your brain energy with then in turn gives you that physical energy, right? And so that's how we want to function. When our brains are working, everything else is on. And I think we can all relate to that when we're in a busy and stressed world. People need this type of stuff. I have many people that will come into my practice and they're drinking Monsters and Red Bulls, and they're bad, right? They have terrible ingredients. A lot of the ingredients you can't pronounce, and when you can't pronounce an ingredient, you probably shouldn't take it. But that's where they hide a lot of the ingredients that are, excess sugar or more caffeine than what they say on there, right? And so you want to really be careful on some of the products you're taking. I actually had a colleague of mine, I believe he's practicing in Iowa and or Nebraska, and he actually had a stroke from drinking too many Monsters. He was working out, big weightlifter, and he needed energy. And obviously, as a health professional, he knew better, but ended up having a small stroke, and they blamed it on the energy drinks. And I think this is where you have to really be careful. And I think you're seeing this with a lot of teens. And I have an old stat here, but in 2011, in the US, 11% of 20,783 people aged 12 years and older who visited the ER, those visits were related to energy drinks, and they were hospitalized out of those amount of people. So, you're seeing a lot more of that. The emergency room visits from these energy drinks, they're skyrocketing with our youth. And I don't know if it's just a thing that, we need this 5-hour power, right? You're getting energy shots. And, I think a lot of our teens don't need that, but what a great way to give them AXIO. My kids are in their teens, 20s, and they're using this for sports in college, and in high school. It's making them, perform at a different level as they're in their sport. And I think it's, really important for them, just like it is in people's work days, right? And so it helps me. And I like to take mine about mid-morning, right? When you kind of get that kind of mid-morning little slump, and then you eat lunch. And what happens after lunch? A lot of people get a little tired, and I take my AXIO about mid-afternoon as well. So I try to kind of beat those slumps. And for me, working with patients all day long, using my brain and my body, this has been really helpful. But those bad energy drinks, you want to make sure that you are paying attention to the ingredients. A lot of those affect the heart, which increase the blood pressure and the heart rate. That increases your stroke rate. And really, it creates that addiction to the sugar and the caffeine. So I love that our energy drink is natural. It's banned substance control group certified. And if you don't know what that means, is basically college or professional athletes, when they get tested for drugs, they test out of it when it's BSCG certified. So that is really important with our AXIO too. So a lot of the professional athletes, college athletes, can take this without any problems. Let's go to the next slide there, Susie. All right, so what else can we activate? Next slide, Susie. We have a lot of products with LifeVantage. AXIO is by far my favorite. You can pair it with other products that we have on there. They're all activators. AXIO is actually, if you've heard of nootropics, AXIO is considered a nootropic. And this is Basically, what nootropics are, they're naturally derived substances that can boost brain performance, right? So if you hear the word nootropics, this is what AXIO is, or cognitive enhancers, and this is boosting that brain performance. But they are paired with other products. We do have other packs and stacks that you can get AXIO with. I take it with my Protandim and all of my other products that I take from this company. And so just another way to activate your body and your brain. Next slide, Susie. Okay, so why LifeVantage? Why now? So we have a great company. We have great products. We have a great comp plan. If you guys are looking for something to share with people, by far AXIO is the easiest one, just with your normal everyday conversations. They come in these little sticks, right? You can hand them out for samples. You can give them to people. But who are the people that are looking for this product? Now, I want to read you a few more stats I was looking up today. The energy drink world is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Energy drinks are the most consumed supplement. They are the second most popular dietary supplement among U.S. teens and young adults, behind multivitamins. 90% of adults consume caffeine every single day. It's the most common stimulant in the world. In the USA, it's the #1 market. People consume nearly 8 gallons of sport and energy drinks per year. That was crazy. That's a lot, right? And the total sport and energy drink sales globally reached $193 billion in 2023. So who out there is looking for natural ways to increase their energy levels in their body? Everybody out there, right? From teens to young adults. This is a product that we're not talking enough about that can help a lot of people and get rid of all the ickiness and all the nasty stuff with the energy drinks that are there on the market that are bad for people. So with LifeVantage, it's a great way to recommend this to other people. When you recommend it to other people, you can get paid for that. I love that our company is publicly traded. You can find out all the financials on our company. They're all out there. It's all out in the open. That is unlike some other companies out there. And again, we have an activation product line. We are the only activation company out there in the world. This is not supplementation. If you think of supplementation, you're taking a product that to basically you're taking something you're deficient in, right? You're supplementing something. So this is activating. You're activating your body to do what it's meant to do. You're activating your brain to work the way it's supposed to work. Okay, next slide, Susie. So a lot of different ways that you can make money. If this is something too that you guys want to share or just take, let's start there. If this is something you want to take, you can definitely buy these products at a retail price. But why not take them every single day? You can get these packs. They're a month supply. You can take these products every single day. If you do take them on subscription, you get 10% off. And then reading a good book or going to a good movie, or if you're having good results with the product, why not share it with other people? Because other people are going to want to know what you're doing. When you have a better mood, when you are thinking more clearly, when you're happy and you have great energy, why not share that with other people? And if you do share that with other people, you can make some extra money doing that. And if you want more information on the business side of things with this company, I'm not going to go through all the details, but please reach out to the person who invited you as well, and they can get you more information on that. So we have different packs that you can come in with. A lot of the packs contain the AXIO packets. You can get different flavors, like Susie had mentioned. And this is one of our most popular packs where you get a 32.5% discount on all these products. When I started with LifeVantage back in 2012, there was only 2 products. So we've increased our product line. It's phenomenal. It's all activation based. They all work together in many ways to make your body do what it's meant to do. And another popular pack is this executive pack right here too. And so AXIO is included in some of these. So if you guys would like more information on this product, more information on LifeVantage and how to share these products with other people, again, please reach out to whoever invited you. We are so happy that you joined us tonight. Thank you very much. And any questions, please put it in the comments too, and we'll try to get back to you as well.